This video is brought to you by the Yoga Traveler Pain Management Portal, your one-stop for pain management through yoga, designed to target your specific aches. Go to yogatraveler.online/pain portal to find relief today.
Hello, and welcome to Just Do This. If you only have a few minutes in your day, here is a sequence you can quickly do to both strengthen and stretch our back. You will need a block, or some kind of books or something that you can prop yourself up on for this exercise. We're going to come to it in a moment. Let's take bridge poses. 3 different bridge poses done 3 different ways, so that you can feel some strengthening in the back, but then also some relaxation into your back. And then some floor stretches to round us off. So let's begin. Lay down on your back. Just keep that block close by. Your feet hip width distance apart. Your arms by your side. Now we have a curve in our spine and we want to press that curve to the floor. So I lift my hips a little bit. And as I lower it down, just kind of peel that back down to the floor, press it down, and that curve of the spine should now be flat against the ground. This is what you want to feel every time you come down, that length through the low back. Now let's just start with a simple bridge pose, or Setyabandha Sarvangasana, so really basic to begin. So from the base of the spine, you're going to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. It's like peeling your back off the floor. And as we come up, we press toward our shoulders, and then you can take your hands underneath to clasp together, or you can press your hands to the floor, whatever feels good, but try to wiggle yourself onto the edges of the shoulders so it just opens up the chest space even more. So what you might be feeling here is your glutes, your low back, your hamstrings, all of those muscles are engaging. And in the front of our back, front of our body, we're lengthening the hip flexors, quadriceps, and abdominals, plus drawing back our arms, bringing our shoulder blades together. It's going to open up our chest. So real dynamic pose. Make sure you keep some energy at your inner thigh, your internal rotators, so the legs don't splay out. Keep the knees and the feet parallel. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, come down, hands release. Lower down. As we go down, we tilt that pelvis again so that the curve of the spine connects to the floor. Now just draw your knees together. This will kind of ease the back a little bit in between your sides. Beautiful. Good. We'll take another one just like that. We're going to change our arms a little bit. So bring your arms out to a T and turn the palms to the sky. Now as we lift up, legs back to parallel, feet parallel. Roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. And we're moving on back, right up onto the shoulders again, but this time the upper back is splayed apart. The shoulder blades are pulled apart. And this can release some tension in your upper back, plus into the neck. And you've still got that strengthening for the back body, which is a little different on the upper back. Good. Feel that engagement, really strong. A lot of times we get back pain because we're too weak in our back muscles. So strengthening them can give us some relief through the back muscles. Good, let's take one more inhale. And exhale, lower it down. Good, nicely done, beautiful. Now, I told you to get a block. We're going to use it this time. This time we'll do a resting bridge, active resting bridge. So we're going to prop our hips on this block as we lift. And it's going to allow our hamstrings and our back and our glutes to relax. So decide what height you want. There is the lowest height, the medium height, or the tall height. For demonstration, I'm just going to take this medium height, but you get to choose what you want. So from the base of the spine again, start to lift up and then press that block right on the hip bones, the sacrum. One reason I do like that middle edge of the block is you can just rest your hips right across that sacrum. Now, as you see, the block is doing the work, and I can actively relax my hamstrings, my glutes, and my low back. So this is not as much strengthening. This is more of the rest. This is the yin to the yang, or whichever way you think of it. So all of this lengthening here is still happening, but we can just allow that block to do the work. Take your arms however they feel good. Mine just kind of naturally fall open here because we are still opening up the chest space and shoulder space. That's really important and nice. Good. You can stay here for a long time, really. When we add a prop that takes some of the work away, it means that we can hold the pose for a little bit longer. Nicely done. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Gently take that block away, so we need to lift our hips and pull that block out from under us. Good. Let's pull our right knee into the chest and just hug it there for a moment, pressing that curve of the spine to the floor. Sometimes I like to move my ankles around as well. Let's get a little bit of dual work going on here. Good. Place it back down. Take your hand around your left knee. Just hug it into the chest, pushing that curve of the spine to the floor, and then gently oscillating through your ankles, perhaps. And now pulling both knees into the chest. Remember, it's important that when we strengthen something, we also want to stretch it. So as we pull our knees into the chest, it's going to lengthen out our back. Push that curve of the spine to the floor. And we can just gently rock back and forth across the low back, across the hips. And when you feel like everything's loosened up, you can gently rock yourself up. You can either roll to one side and sit, or I actually really love to rock and roll. Put a little bit of pressure along that spine. You may not like this, and if not, just roll to one side and sit up. Let's do it one more time. Good. And come up to the top. Get yourself in some kind of crisscross position, or this is maybe a little more gentle or a little wide butterfly, whatever feels good to you. And let's just walk our hands forward and hang over the top. So again, stretching out our back, plus this is going to get our hips a little bit too. It's never a bad idea to pay attention to the hips. Just lengthen out that back gently. And walk it back up. Now, if you're in a crisscross position, you're going to want to do the other leg. So let's put the other leg in front. If you're in this butterfly position, you can just do it one more time, right? It's never a bad thing to do things twice. Repeat the benefits. Take a breath, inhale, and exhale. Just walk your way over the top and let yourself just hang down. Feel that opposite hip a little bit more now. And just how the hips are open right here. Our knees are open, so it opens up the sacrum. which releases low back pressure and strain. Good. Now lift it up. And you're done. Just do this every day. Build up a little strength in the back, give it a little stretch, and maybe you'll ease some pain over time. Thanks for joining.